Heads must be exploding and rolling over at WB with the confirmation of the official box office weekend numbers for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Going into the weekend, there was a lot of people talking about the 4-day weekend and how that was going to be on the high end of the predictions. You know, $60 to $100 million. Well, no. It delivered only 38. So just so we're clear on this, Aquaman in 4 days, including Christmas Day, which is a big day for theaters and families going to see films, delivered $38 million. This is $2 million less than what it was predicted to make in 3 days, and over $20 million in the lowest estimate for the 4-day. If you're to factor in the high-end estimates, this thing has made less than 64 to 65%, according to some analytics. It's an absolute disaster on all fronts. And by the numbers, this might be the biggest bomb in terms of comic books this year, which is kind of shocking, but it is here and it is what it is. Now, on top of earning exactly right around 38 million, this means that the 3-day got confirmed to be 27.7, again lower than what people thought by Sunday night. Which, again, going into Monday, there were still some people saying, well, it's going to do better, which is why they're taking their time. Clearly not. Now, looking at what's going on here and these types of numbers and looking at the bigger picture, it's honestly looking pretty bad. And with the audience score dropping everywhere you can have audience scores with a lower cinema score than expected, and with Wonka overperforming along with some other films, I think honestly the message was crystal clear here by the fans. They weren't showing up and they didn't care, which seems to be the message with a lot of comic book films these days. Blue Beetle, The Marvels, I mean Shazam, The Flash, it's the same story over and over. And still, it's insane that Guardians 3 is the only comic book film this year to make money and the only blockbuster to make money, which is shocking. Now again, blockbusters defined differently. Oppenheimer was not a blockbuster, so gotta clear that up. Neither was Barbie and a couple others that made decent money. They weren't considered blockbuster films. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Aquaman specifically, because the second weekend, if the first made 27, you might be looking at less than 15. If on its second weekend it makes less than 15, let's say it makes 12, take Aquaman behind a shed and make sure he can never be dug up again.